Pow, my name is Dan W and welcome back to my channel, Dan Who Reviews. Now I apologise for the delay, but it is finally here. The Marvel Legends Sandman Build-A-Figure review. Let's go. Pow, so let's get to it. Let's build the Sandman Build-A-Figure. As you can see, all the pieces are on the table ready to build. I have not actually built this yet myself, so you're going to get my first impressions. Now, to complete this wave, you need all the figures that you can see on the back of the packaging. Obviously, Green Goblin, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man UK, Miss Marvel, the black suited Spider-Man, Jackal, and Shocker. If you buy all of those figures, you get one piece, and then you need them to complete this. So let's have a go. Left leg, I'll do these tighter when we're not filming because otherwise I look stupid and weak, because these are quite tight, but again, not complaining with tight joints. So it's very, very simple. I'll move this up a little bit. Obviously legs and legs, hands in the arms, arms in arms, and then we need a head. We need head, oh, we all need head. The world is a better place. Okay, so you get the point, but let me skip forward and have him built properly. So here he is, Flint Marko, the Sandman, all built up, and I'm not going to lie, first impressions, if it does look really good. As I said, this is genuinely the first time I've built this since doing all my reviews. I wanted to give you my genuine first impression, and yeah, apart from some of my joints being a bit loose, I like the figure. The sand detail is really impressive. I really like the interchangeable parts that I'll show you in a minute as well. The green is perfect for the comic book look. Apart from, the one major thing wrong with mine is, see this foot here? Look at that. That definitely is not meant to happen because he doesn't have any interchangeable shoes. So that's quite frustrating. When I was trying to pose him a minute ago before I started the video, it kept popping off. And it's doing my head in, to be honest. But that's minor. Like, I'd rather that happen than something snap on me. But yeah, as you can see, it's looking quite menacing, to be fair. I really like these big hands. I look forward to posing him in some dioramas or something because they look massive. Let me change these hands up as well because these weapons are actually quite good. I wasn't too sure how they were going to look at first, but they do look really good. There's the mace and the mallet or hammer or whatever it is, and there's the normal head on him. But I can take that one off, and I actually prefer the powered up sand head, if that's what it's called, with the like sand beard and the whited eyes. It's a shame that his tongue isn't pink, but other than that, the head looks really good, and these weapons do look really good as well. Again, I'm not going to go crazy with poses now on the video, but I'm sure you get the gist. You can have some fun with this guy. Like, kids that buy these, I know we're collectors and everything, but kids that buy these just to play with, then they're being spoiled, because I can't remember the toys I had when I was younger having this many interchangeable parts and whatnot. So no, very impressive. This one's going to look decent on the shelves. One of the old school villains as well, so I always appreciate that. One of the original Sinister Six as well, which I appreciate. So I guess this is a good sort of time in the video to ask the question, Flint Marko, aka Sandman, who is he? So this is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? Where I give you a little bit of information on the character that this figure is inspired by. So let's get to it. This is the Sandman, aka Flint Marko, first seen in Amazing Spider-Man #4 way back in September of 1963. Now his actual name is William Baker, but during his teenage years he took on the alias of Flint Marko by combining the name of his old teacher Mrs. Flint that he used to have a crush on, and a phrase his old football coach used to say to him, saying he'd never leave a mark on this world. Using his new alias of Flint Marko, he was basically a bully and was led into a life of crime. Now, skipping over lots of stuff, he went to prison a couple of times, but during his escape from prison, after a long time of solitary confinement, Flint took refuge in an atomic testing site because he thought nobody would look for him there. This was where Flint was caught by a massive explosion and was hit by a dose of radiation, causing his body to bond with the sand around him. Now, Flint awoke and soon discovered that his new abilities, he could turn his
body into sand and manipulate shapes, and he was easily able to evade the police. Ever since then, he's been known as the Sandman and has been causing havoc in the Marvel Universe, especially for the likes of Spider-Man. He was even an original member of the Sinister Six, along with Dr. Octopus, Vulture, Electro, Kraven and Mysterio. The Sandman has been a part of the Marvel Universe for many years and has been involved with many different characters, and he even tried his hand at becoming an anti-hero at one point and was apparently an Avenger. His cinematic debut was in Spider-Man 3 in 2007, and the less we say about that film, the better. Anyway, Flint Marko, aka the Sandman.
So again, I hope that helped explain who he is. I do not claim to be an expert at all, but it is nice to have a little bit of information on the character that these figures are inspired by. So here he is. Before we get into comparisons, I just wanted to show you the Build-A-Figure size. As you can see there, he's about 8 inches tall, probably just a little bit under to be fair, but not far off at all. Now, as you probably have already recognised, he is the twin brother of this guy here. Now, he's not actually his twin, so don't start throwing cannon at me. He's not a twin of this guy, but it's the same body mold is my point I'm trying to make. Now, what was annoying about this guy is that we never got any interchangeable normal hands, just to have him powered down. We got a powered down head, but we never got any just normal arms to have him powered down incognito on the streets type vibe. But I've seen a lot of people online use these arms, but obviously arms do not match, so people have been painting these. Now with this guy, we got some interchangeable hands, and I've got some doubles here from the hands. So these hands do attach on this guy. So if we try and attach these without breaking the figure, because I've not actually done this yet. Oh, there we go. There's one. Just to show you what this is like. I'm scared of breaking this now, doing this live on camera. There we go. I hope I haven't broke him. Anyway, right, so here we go. Here is the Sandman with the 2 arms that are from the Absorbing Man. Now, these arms fit him perfectly. They are the same arms for this body, so it's perfect. But, obviously, skin and metal. So what I could do is paint this bit here green. So he's got a green sleeve, and then he'd have a powered down arm. Obviously, we need the powered down head on there as well. But you're starting to see where this is going. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers and Instagram people do this, so it's probably not a surprise to you. But I am going to try and give this a go. Oh, the video's gone blurry. But if I leave that there for a second, you might unblur. There we go. So, right. That's a better look at the guy. So, if I see this green here, if I was going to obviously get rid of this, I could strip this off or just paint it skin tone. This one should be fine. Skin tone matches perfectly, to be fair, with the head. Then I could paint these sleeves down until about here green. And then, yeah, I'd have a powered down incognito Flint Marko Sandman. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Not for this video, unfortunately, because I haven't got these green paints. But that's the one thing that bothers me. Like, I have no issues painting it. It's just, I know for a fact it's going to be really hard to match these greens up. I've seen a few people on Instagram do it really, really well. But I'm not the best of customizing. To be honest, I don't really like customizing figures too much because it devalues them, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I'm not going to get into that right now. There he is. He's harmless. Put his normal arms back on because, let's be honest, these do look much, much better. So, yeah. Back to being normal Sandman. But, yeah. Same as this guy. Same height. He wins in a fight, to be honest. Unless, if he touches him, does he turn to sand and then he becomes Sandman? Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, let's do some more comparisons. Here is the Sandman Build-A-Figure compared to the rest of the wave with one absentee. Now, 10 points to the person who can guess it. That's right. Where is Symbiote Spider-Man? Well, I'll tell you where he is. He's here. And look at what has happened. Look at this. Straight out of packaging, this has happened. Now, I reviewed this guy and mentioned that people have been complaining about the joints, and I also mentioned that I have had no problems with these joints. And I put him straight back into packaging until I came to do this figure. I've just took him out of packaging, and that is snapped clean off with hardly any force at all. So very, very disappointing. I can't even repair the joint because the joint's like at the bottom there and it goes in there. So it's virtually impossible to fix without making it look even worse. So very, very disappointed about this guy now. I was happy to have the symbiote Spider-Man in my collection, and now what am I meant to do with a one-armed symbiote black suit Spider-Man? What am I meant to do? Really disappointing. But anyway, here's the rest of the wave, and the rest of the wave seem fine so far. And I'm a fan of all these figures. Really good to have a Miss Marvel at last. The Spider-Man 2099 costume I really like, and this mould is brilliant. Really like the Shocker character. Jackal, I'm a big fan of the character. Great to have it in figure form. Love that Green Goblin. UK repping. Great wave. Apart from this crappy broken figure. Not happy. Not happy. Anyway. Rest of the wave. I'm a fan. So, final thoughts. I'm a fan of the Sandman Build-A-Figure. I think it's a great way to start off 2017. It's a solid wave if you're a Spider-Man fan, and a solid Build-A-Figure. I'm really happy to have this original member of the Sinister Six, and one of these characters that I've known since my childhood in figure form that does it justice. Shame we didn't get the interchangeable hands, and it's a shame about my wobbly leg, but I can live with that, and maybe I'll customise some of my own hands. Who knows? Anyway, pal, my name's been Dan W. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know how I'm getting on with these reviews. Again, should I continue doing the Who Is He segment in the next wave? Let me know. I promise I'll do more articulation, and I will mention my competition winner in another video. I did say I'll mention it in this one, but this video has already ran too long as it is. So I'll do a separate video for my competition winner. I do apologise for the delay, but it'll be worth the wait, I promise. Any Marvel Legend you want to the winner. Anyway, pal, my name's been Dan W. See you on the next one.